Good morning, YouTube. 10 past 10 in London, United Kingdom. And we have a very special watch, an Elgin Railway timekeeper. Double sunk dial, divisions between the minutes. So it's very accurate for the the railway guards. Nice depiction of a train on the back. Screw case back and front. And there we have a very nice BJ Raymond we can get you so you can see it. Very nice. It's very difficult because the watch is so shiny. A BJ Raymond. Oh, that was me belly, pardon me. 19 jewel, lever set, pocket watch. I've had a look on the website and it was from 1901. So about 100 years old. It keeps stopping. There's something wrong with it, it keeps stopping. And if you look around it, in the regulator there, I don't know if you can see that brown stain. It's very rusty. There's rust underneath here, just under there. When I got it, it had the wrong case screws. One was broken. They were half rounds. I changed them for complete rounds. What else was wrong with it? Case screws missing. The balance was really loose in the pinion, in the jewels, and I thought the balance staff was broken, but it wasn't. It was the lower jewel. Unfortunately, when we looked at the lower jewel, also one of the screws had been snapped off in the bottom plate and I couldn't get the screw out. So I've replaced the bottom jewel. This was off camera. I was doing this as my watch, not as a test piece. I bought the watch for myself because it's such a rare watch. Paid roughly 90 quid, 80, 90 pounds for it. Got it on Friday. Had a look at it over the weekend, but it's still stopping. So I think what it needs is a complete strip down to all its components, a serious clean, and then put it back together. So that's what we're going to do today. So before we start, what have we got to do? Well, as you can see, it's ticking away lovely, but it does keep stopping, and that's going to frustrate me because I want this watch as part of my collection. So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop off the hands. So I'm going to start with a minute hand. So remember I told you this was a lever set. So I pulled out the side. Well, that's your lever set, so you can set the hands. So we set the hands to 12 o'clock, and then if we push the lever in, when you move this, all it does is go to wind it. So we'll start with the hands, and I'll start with the second hand. Let's gently stop it. Okay, was going to start with the second hand. Up, off pops the minute hand. So I'll take that and we'll put that over there. Hand pullers. Let's get our hand off. Now we've got to attack the second hand. So you've got to be really gentle in getting that under there. The hand pullers do work, but they are a little bit too big. So before everyone shouts, I'm going to do this very carefully. Let me change my eyes. I'll change my eyes so I can see what I am doing. It's better, I can see where I need to get in now. There we go. Did that stick to the screwdriver? Look at that. You won't believe that. Stuck to the screwdriver. So we'll put that little pot out of the way. Okay, we can get rid of that now. Put that in there, get rid of the hand pullers. So we've got some room. Okay. So I think now we can remove it from the case. So this is nice and soft what we're working on. So let's take out the case screws. Drink. And that one. Okay, now let's get them out. One case. Oh, come out, you come. Number two. There we go. Now, hopefully, it'll pop out. There we go. So we'll put the case over there, out of the way. And there's the movement in all its glory. See if we can get a better shot of that. BW Raymond. Difficult to get a shot. See, now it's started again. So I don't know what's wrong. I think it's just really, really dirty in there. So. Stop, stop, stop. I don't know if we can see this, but there still seems to be a bit too much shake on that. So I'm kind of mindful that I don't know if I need to do, see it starts, no problem, but so much movement. I don't know if maybe the jewel up here is busted as well. It was the bottom one, but hey ho. I still think this needs a complete strip down. So the next thing that we're going to take off is, I'll change my glasses again. The next thing we need to take off is the balance wheel. Get it out of the way. I treated myself last week to this. Very thin pin, so you can pop your balance on it if and when you get it off. this on the onto its stand. Oh, it's a miserable thing to get in. There you go. And that then is how your balance wheel hangs on its hangs supported. But what I like to do is take that and put it way out of the way, because I don't want it jingling about on that. In fact, I'm not really overly impressed with those. Okay, next job. Let's get rid of the power out of the watch before something explodes. Not a pleasant job this, but it's one that we have to do. So if you hold the click back, you can gently let the power wind out. And if it gets too much, take the click out, and then you're back to where you were. I think that's pretty much all the power gone. So now we're good to start stripping the other parts. So, very nice dial. See if we can find some screws. Right. So we've got one missing from there. Holds the dial on. We've got one there. And one down there. Okay. So again, obviously, very gentle with the getting the dial off. We just do not want to crack that fantastic dial. So I just ease a screwdriver around like that, and then again I normally go side to side to free it off. Again, you don't want to be using too much force with this. It's better to take your time and do it without stressing anything. And again, because of the dial, plastic tweezers. Okay, so what's next? We'll get rid of the hour hand pinion or wheel. So where are we going to go next? Let's take off this bridge, because it kind of's got a screw missing anyway. So let's have a go. Where are we? That one now. There's my other pot. One's out, they're all out. So let's see if we can gently get the bridge off. Again, I like to try, if I can, to lift these off squarely, because if you kind of get them at a bit of an angle, there's always that risk of catching a pinion. But if it pops like that, then I'm pretty comfortable with it. Again, lovely, I think they call it demasking. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but because it's such a lovely case, the old plastic tweezers. And now what are we left with? I see. Right, so I'm figuring this is the second hand on the watch. Yeah, no. They've built this really well. You know, everything's jewelled, but you've got to work on this, the way that the the guy who made it wanted it to be dismantled. So the next one off is this big wheel. I hope you're not seeing too much of my head in this. Remember this one? Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Not with this one. Turn it to the right to get it to come undone. To the right. And now we'll just pop it straight into a pot with its screw. Because what you don't want to do is get those two screws mixed up. So now we'll take off the barrel bridge. And again, what we'll do, I have my little pot, put them in individually so we know what's what. Usually I would throw all the bits into the cleaner at once, but with this, my cleaning process is going to be a lot more thorough. Yeah, my cleaning process is going to be a lot more thorough. So what I'll do is I'll clean each piece separately. Bear with me while I get this bridge off. Can you hear my belly rumbling? I just had breakfast. This screw seems a bit on the short side to me. So now we'll pop off this bridge. In fact, because that was the screw from it, so that's complete, that's alright. Right, now off with the winding barrel. The winding barrel can go there. Now I've got a feeling that I really doubt you can pick this up because of the magnification, but that is rusty in there. And you can see those brown marks there. It's really difficult with the way the reflection off of the light, but that's full of rust. That's not very nice at all. Okay, now we might be able to lift out the minute wheel. So let me just get some more pots. Probably I nearly fell off my chair. Do you remember these tops off of McDonald's orange juice cartons? Other orange juice is available. So what I do, I use those and I just put each individual one in so that again they keep separate, they don't bang about. This one's going to be connected to the cannon pinion the other side. So again, because this is such a high-end watch, you very rarely see it, but there's a jewel there for the pallet fork with some sort of an adjuster screw there. Very nice, very nice. So we'll have that off next. Use fingers for a second while I focus. There we go. Another pot. So again, the beauty of these pots is all of your screws, all of your individual parts, they all stay together, so you've got no chance of getting the wrong screw with the wrong part. And that's why I say usually everything would be thrown into one pot to clean, but because this is such an extraordinary watch, we're going to do it a bit differently. We're just going to be doing things a bit differently, a bit more careful if you like. As I say, this was going to be my own watch, and it still will be. So again, this is really tight on here. So fearful of, again, like I say, a pinion getting snapped off. You really got to do it gently. Pop that up. While I'm working this side, I'm also watching what this is doing over this side to see if it's lifting. It's coming straight up. So now I know that I'm actually lifting straight up. Right, now I know it's really tight, but I know now I can see that I'm clear of the pinion, so I can be a little bit more aggressive. Pop it off. So now another pop. That one can go in there. The pallet fork can go in, and the escape wheel. That's pretty much, let's get this out of the way. That's pretty much where I wanted to be with it. I don't know if you can hear that bang bang banging, but that's my dog having a wander around. So now I'll have to take this off the camera for a second while I try and get hold of the pinion. And it popped off lovely. So there we have the minute wheel. So another pop for the minute wheel. And we can pop that into there. The cannon pinion. So now we're down to a bare plate almost. Almost a bare plate. So what we'll do, I'll pop these two screws out. Because we are going for a full clean up after all. And the next one. That's a worry, isn't it? That's turning, but it's not coming up. So again, is there a problem with that? just stuck. I'm not sure if that screw has got a problem. I'm not sure. Let's turn it around and see if we can lift it from the other side. So it still seems as though it's attached. Big. It's too small. Just being really careful with this screw because it doesn't seem as though it's very happy in there. No. I think the thread in that is worn. Yeah, see, it's still holding. I'm going to be a little bit cautious around that. I'm going to put it back in because, like with this screw here, that one there, and that's really difficult to see, and I've tried the camera in all different ways, but because this plate is so shiny, this is not going to just pure natural light. Because I know you guys like to see everything I do. Right, that's just pure natural lighting. That one there has been broken off, snapped off, and this is the jewel for the lower balance wheel, and it looks a bit half cocked to me. It's low there, high there, so maybe that was just the problem. But the watch was dirty, it needed a clean. It's now in its component parts, and I'm going to take it off to the wash. Welcome back. Well, since you've been gone, there's a song like that. Since you've been gone, I have given it a thorough clean. So now what I'm just going to do is drop some oil around there, a tiny drop in there, and tiny drop on there, tiny drops in there, there, and there. That's it. I think we got it. Okay. So now let's see if we can get this back together. Do you know what? I think I'm going to put just a tiny drop more. There, there, there. Because I like it. That's good. Which one's next? That fella's next, I think. Is it? No, not yet. Oh, look. Sorry about my head then. I'll try not to do that again. Dunk, there's this chair going down. That's nice. I think that goes in there. What the? Yeah, pretty sure that's the one to go in there. What's happening, guys? What's happening? Not the right one, haven't I? Yeah. Why is this being such a pain? I'm sure that's where this one goes. See? It just cracks me up. So that dries off of that, that dries that, dries that, dries that. Okay, that's good. I can live with that. This I've just oiled this while I was waiting for it to all clean up. I was waiting for it to work its magic. I oiled that. Okay. So again, I kind of work out which way this goes. Yes. Are we seeing this? Again, you know, I really can't do much about the lighting because I need to have it light so I can see what I'm doing. And like I say, I gave this such a cleaning that you know, it is going to shine. So, oh, excuse me. There we go. Nice, that went down well, didn't it? Very nice. I like the way that went down together. And then some case screws. Where did they go? I think that might be one. There's my big head again. There's one. And I think that's going to be... No, I don't like that one. They're odd. They're odd. Right, tell you what. Let's put that odd one in there. Let's take that one out. And let us use that one. So we've got a matched pair in that bridge. So we've got a matched pair in that bridge. Right over there, that'll help. So there you go. So there's a matched pair gone into there. Very nice. Pleased with that. looks right to me. Just nip it down with that for a minute and get a suitably large screwdriver. Good, good, good. Just remember what I've done wrong. Bear with me, because I've just seen I've done something a little bit wrong. Dropping that screw didn't help. Okay, I'm just gonna loosen that down like that. Get an appropriate sized screwdriver. What we do, we'll take this one back out. Because I didn't think it looked right when I did it. I thought it don't look right to me. And you know, when it doesn't look right, it usually isn't. Looks better, doesn't it? Oh yes, that looks much more pleasant. Where next? Where next? Where next? So that pot's empty. That one's got the case screws in, so we can put that over there. Right, I think the next bit is going to be this little fella here. So again, we just want a little bit of oil. Drop it there. Yes, just drop in there, wasn't it? And a drop in there. Okay. So, figuring that looking at that, goes in there, and that lines up with that. Do, 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 do. Okay. I thought it went in too good. I thought, goodness me, that went down well. Now again, you'll have to excuse, because you're not going to see a lot of this, because I need to look in the side of the plate, or the bridge, try and get this lined up. Down with the chair, just use the bang. Right. Okay, as much as I regret doing this, as much as I regret doing it, this is this special watchmaker's paper I tell you about. I think I'm going to have to put my finger on top of this. Don't start with you. Oh, you should be wearing finger cots. Yeah, I know, yeah. Do you reckon they was wearing them 200 odd years ago when this thing was made? I very much doubt it. I very much doubt it.